Welcome to Chala, to our podcast.
Hello, I am King of Wakanda.
Are you King of Wakanda? Have you seen Black Panther?
Yeah, I saw it. It was pretty dope, man.
I wanted to watch it so bad. I have not got the chance yet.
You should watch it together, you know? What are you doing like a Sunday?
Did you already see it? You want to watch it again?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Shit, I'd be down.
Yeah, it's dope.
I wanted to watch it, so in East Lansing right now, we have heavy flooding.
Yeah.
So I tried to go up, down that way to Meridian.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was horrible. I couldn't get to the mall.
Yeah, me and Ben actually took the side streets, and that's how we got there because, the flooding was, terrible. We saw cars just, sitting there.
Well, there were cars in there?
Yes. It looked like the day after tomorrow and that shit. So
gosh.
It was bad.
How do you get that out?
I don't even know. I think it just has to, evaporate or some shit.
You just have to wait it out?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, man, left my phone in my car. You better get a new one.
Yeah, you just, you're fucked. So
basically.
have you seen how bad it looks by Shaw?
Yes.
Man, it's terrible right now.
There's the unfortunate part. There was a dude parked at IM West.
Yeah.
And you can't, his car is fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but you can't drive it out because the water will go up to, your windshields.
Oh, shit.
So he's like, what do I do? And they're like, you better get Uber. Because he can't leave.
Yeah. Damn, man, that's terrible. You just have your car there. You're probably gonna have water damage, but
yeah. His car is parked so that there's no water touching it, but he can't leave the lot.
Oh, damn.
So it's good and bad. It's good because his car's fine, but it's bad because he's got to wait till it evaporates or something.
Yeah, or hopefully they get some little septic pump in there or some shit. I don't know.
Man, Michigan State is cheap. They're not gonna septic anything. It's just. Did you read their email about when the river flooded?
Oh no, what did it say?
The email literally said, so the river is usually at 5 feet.
Yeah.
It's but we're expecting it to get to 9.7 feet. It's so y'all better not go doing these routes in this time. Because
you don't have any, they didn't have any preventative measures? If we know it's going to hit 9 point?
So that was I did get a second email saying if it gets to a certain height, if it gets to 7 feet, we'll put it in floodgates. I didn't see no floodgates anywhere, James. There were no floodgates anywhere on campus.
Man, it sounds like Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
But I'm there's no floodgates or nothing.
Yeah.
They just said brave through it.
I mean, that's how MSU is. They're we only care about high tuition and parking tickets here.
I saw the best poster of all time.
Yeah.
It was at a rally or something like that. I just saw it on Facebook, and this girl was holding up a poster, and it said, "If MSU cared about sexual assaults as much as it did about parking tickets, we'd be the safest campus in the world."
Yeah,
But it's true.
Yeah.
They tax the shit out of you for parking on campus.
Yeah, I feel like I've gotten my one semester's worth of tuition and parking tickets.
You gotta get a whole separate loan just for that.
And they're not cheap. They're $25 a pop.
Mm-hmm. You know, professors gotta pay too.
What?
I found this out. My one of my professors was like, "Yeah, I can't park here." And we're like, "Why not?" It's even the professors have to pay to park in the professor lot.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we need to get into, Pary. Open our own university. Just parking. That's a new thing.
I'll tell you a good story about. Have you been to Somerset Mall?
Yeah.
So we got kicked out one time from Somerset Mall. We were never inside the mall.
Yeah.
This is what happened. One of my friends said it'd be a good idea because parking there is horrible.
Yeah.
Right? So we're this is what we're going to do. We're going to get 6 of us, and we all had cars except for me at the time. Mm-hmm. And I was so I'm going to just be right there in the parking lot area. And I said, hey, if you give us $5, we get a parking spot for you. We'll move our car out the lot. They can park where we are. And we rotated that. We made almost $60.
Damn.
Yeah, because if you go to that mall, you got money.
Yeah.
You're not going there for snacks. Mm-hmm. You're going there for big stores.
Yeah.
So $5 to them was I don't want to, but I guaranteed parking spot here. And we had some good parking spots too. Yeah. Eventually, I think how we got caught was that one of the VIP guys was hey, I've seen you drive by here 6-7 times. What are you doing?
He'd be I'm shopping, bro. I had to go back home and get some stuff.
He's I can't find parking. And he's yeah, but I saw you park and you left. I was I don't know what you're talking about, man. Eventually the manager came out and he was okay, guys, we know what you're doing. you gotta go. And we're like, all right, fine. So we just switched parking lots because there's like 2 different ones, like main ones. But when we got there, they were waiting for us.
What?
Like, it wasn't the same manager, but they definitely, one of them just, like, when we drove in, she was just looking at us like this.
So did you do it on the rich side first or the standard side?
We went to the standard side first.
Okay.
And then after that, we went to the rich side, and I guess they were waiting for us.
Oh, yeah. You should have started on the rich side. You could have charged like 20.
We were young.
Like, yeah.
We were young and dumb. This is back in, like, high school.
Yeah.
We just needed, like, we were hustling for, like, small bits of cash, and they paid.
Yeah, man. You got to buy like some pop or something while you're at the...
$60. Yo, pop's expensive nowadays.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can buy a lot of pops. You know, you have vending machines at, like, you went to IA, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Indian Army.
Yeah.
I wrote it. That's what it is.
Really?
I mean, shit, they call it International Academy, but it's damn near the Indian Army. Like, when I graduated from there, we had a class of 90 kids.
Yeah.
And I say majority, I'm talking about like 85% of our graduating class looked like me.
Damn, I thought it was all white people at International Academy.
Is that what it is now?
I don't know. Like, because I tried to get into International Academy. I didn't know algebra, like...
What did you try to get in?
So, like, I apply 8th grade, right? And, like, so you got to take that test, you know?
Yeah,
right?
there's a math and an English test. Yep.
Yeah. So, like, killed the English test. So I'm from Detroit public schools, and my mom is just trying to, you know, like, get me to a higher level.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, my baby's going to Cornell or something.
Yeah.
Like, but, so they didn't teach me algebra in 8th grade. So I look at that test like...
Damn. Yep. What did they teach you in 8th grade?
That's a good question.
You don't remember?
I don't even remember. Math class was like slope intercept. That's about it.
I mean, that's what we had too, but like back in the day, that was...
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're still using that. Even in engineering, they just call it derivatives now. But it's the same thing.
Yeah, it got a lot harder.
Oh yeah, it got way harder really quick.
I'm like, how can you make this hard? But yeah.
Yeah, but they make it sound... This is the magic of professors. Because they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But they don't have a clue how to explain it.
Yeah.
So in their conversation, they're just going off about it. And they're like, so this makes sense to you guys, right?
And we're like, yeah.
Yeah, of course it does. I can't wait for this to curve on the exam. And that's what... When message to any teachers who's watching this, whenever teachers ask, do you have any questions? Especially in engineering classes... I do have questions, but I don't know what to ask.
Yeah.
It's that bad where I'm like, I just want you to repeat all of it, but in English.
Yeah, like just break it down simply. Like take me like X plus this equals Y instead of like saying the second derivative of this quantity right here is something like.
Yeah, because you can say things in a much easier way, and they have to mean the same thing. Like, do you know what a mild cardiac infarction is?
Heart attack?
Yes, that's but why do you have to say mild cardiac infarction? Just say heart attack.
Yeah.
Just say heart attack, right?
Yeah.
Or some people that just go really... Like, I've noticed this more in medicine than anything else. And professors especially, they just want you to know that they're smart.
Yeah.
They really want you to know how intelligent they are.
Yeah. That's why I really like Chahal, though. Chahal was just like, hey,
all Chahals are great people. They're all just the most phenomenal human beings. I love them.
He'd just be like, hey, it's just this, bro. Like, do the integral like this.
Well, the first thing he told us, and like the first lecture we had with him ever, was math is just a language that it conveys like concepts into numbers. Mm-hmm.
Did you have him for electromagnetics too?
Yeah.
Was he still the same chill dude?
He's the same guy, yeah. He's the same. Like, I respect him as a like professor. If you talk to him like one-on-one, he's a great professor.
Yeah.
In the lecture, he's less than useless.
Yeah, he's terrible. But
but then you just talk to him like in his office hours, and he's like, "Oh, that's easy," and he'll actually make it sound easy.
Yeah.
Then you have other people. We're not going to mention names, Wordsba, but they don't even want to talk to you.
Yeah, he'd be like, "You should know this." Like.
Yeah, that's what he says. And do you remember? Do you had 201 with us?
Yeah.
We had our Professor Dong. Like when T asked the question, he was like, that was the one question he asked the entire semester. He was like, "Professor, what does that mean?" Mm-hmm. And there was a pause, and he was like, "Just look at the board." We never asked another question in that class again.
Man, the only thing I remember about Dong was that one time, like, like we're all just sitting in class, and they're like, "Where's our professor?"
Oh yeah.
It's all just sitting outside playing Angry Birds. Like, are you going to teach class today? He's like, "Oh yeah," just runs in.
That was the day I met Ben.
Yeah.
I think it was me, you, and Ben went out there. I met you that day too.
Oh yeah.
When we were just like, where is it? Because we saw him walk into the building.
Yeah.
Like we saw him leave his car, come in.
Yeah.
So we're like, what's he doing? And he's just playing Angry Birds or like Doodle Jump or something.
Yeah.
We're like, are you gonna teach the class? And all casually, now? Alright. With like 10 minutes left and he's setting up everything and he just goes off like that was no problem.
Yeah.
That man didn't give a fuck.
No, he did not, man.
Like, I don't know what he was even doing there. I don't think he knew what he was doing there.
He was high, man. He was high out of his mind or something.
Bro, there are professors here that definitely get high.
Yeah.
Like, there have to be. Now we really can't say this name, but the guy that we had for 280
Oh, yeah.
in the second half.
Like his Google Chrome background.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. He had like Bob Marley, like weed, like the lion, all over Google Chrome.
Yeah.
I was like, stoners don't even do that. So you got to be deep in the game before you change your Chrome background like that, man.
Got a couple trips to Jamaica lined up, just like, yeah.
I'm always trying to get Aaron to hook us up because he has weed farms in Jamaica.
I know he has a weed farm. I'm just trying to find it. Like, like,
They're like Google Earth, like zoom in on Jamaica. It's like, I know you were here, Aaron.
and he's always like, no, I don't own a weed farm. I'm like, Aaron.
That's what he sounds like too, exactly like that. And we're like, you have to.
Yeah.
There's no one walks around this calm, that low voice, chill all the time.
Yeah. Because like back in the day when we were freshmen, he was like, yeah, I used to put hemp in my tea and everything. So I'm like, I know you smoke weed, Aaron.
God damn.
Yeah. But he's like, it's herb. It's not the same thing that you guys be smoking. I'm like, Aaron, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing,
it's
yeah.
in your tea though. Like
when someone calls it herb, then they're in the business. That's when you know they're in the business.
That's that salesman, like, yeah, no, it's not weed, it's herb, you know, it's medicinal, it's helping you out.
Yeah.
But,
I've met people who they're so I don't smoke weed, but I've seen people like so into it. And I don't know what the fascination is. Like I'm okay if you do it. I don't care if you smoke, go for it.
Yeah.
But there are people who like they literally sniff the blunt before they smoke it and they're like California or from Albania. They're like, wait, how could you tell that?
yeah, we got a friend like that. Probably tell. Like,
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about too. He can probably tell you exactly where it's from, like where it was rolled, it was made.
give you an address, like, he came out the street, like, yeah.
He might.
Yeah.
But one thing I like about weed is you can drive on it.
Yeah, you can.
You can't drive on alcohol.
No,
you can't
cannot.
walk on alcohol. You can't, let alone drive.
Yeah, no, we cannot, man. Weed, it takes a little bit of practice, but like,
Yeah, don't just get behind the wheel immediately, but you still have enough awareness where it's like, oh, there's a car, there's a person, there's a stoplight. When you're, like, I don't know what drinking and driving is like, but if you were to do so, you don't know shit.
Yeah.
Like everything is a good idea, everything is a green light.
It's like, oh yeah, I can go 100 miles an hour on this street. Like, yeah.
Do you remember the time that we went to Dublin? That was the last day we went to Dublin.
I knew it was going to be a bad night when we decided to go out on a Wednesday night. Because I'm like, shit, we got class tomorrow. Like, we're going to get really fucked up. Like, and it was half off too. It was just, it was an interesting night.
Oh yeah, it was bad, man.
Yeah. Do you want to tell the story or like?
Yeah, I'll tell the story. But I was gonna put into a stand-up set too.
Yeah.
I think that was the last time we said Wednesdays. We can never go out on a Wednesday ever again because
it was so bad.
The stars aligned for everything bad to possibly happen. It happened.
Yeah.
We were coming back from the bar, and what I remember clearly is that Josh was like, yeah, man, I can drive. And he tripped as he said that. We're like, all right, no, James can drive. He's the most sober out of all of us. And he's like, fine. And then we start walking to your car. And your car was a distance.
Yeah, it was far as shit.
It wasn't like, across the street. Yeah. No, we had to walk for that.
Yeah.
And I could barely stand.
Yeah.
I just, because that was back when I just drank. Mm-hmm. And there was no cap on how much I could drink. I could just keep going. And I didn't know I was drunk until we were like deep. Right?
Yeah.
And for a while, I know you were like holding me up. We're like, all right, Pary, just go to that stop sign. We're like, okay. He's like, and you were like, next stop sign. I'm like, no.
Because, like, bruh, every time I let you go, you walk for a second and just fall. I was like, shit, Pary. You were gonna feel that tomorrow.
And I did. I woke up, texted you like, yo, man, my hands are charred. Like, I got like a rock under my skin. What is this going on?
Yeah, because like I tried to save you like the first couple times.
I know you did. Yeah.
And then I was just like, fuck, he's gonna keep falling. Like, I can't keep doing this.
Josh is someone who can drink, smoke, and still be a survivor.
I mean, he was struggling too, but like
yeah, but he was still able. I don't know how, but remember, like we like broke off,
yeah,
and he's like, no, I'll meet you guys there. We're like, where do you possibly have to go? Like, this is like 2:30 in the morning.
You got a meeting or something you going to? Like what?
2:30 a.m. We're trying to find your car so we can go home and sleep, and he's like, no, I'll meet you guys. What? Where are you going? He met us though.
Yeah.
Like eventually we were walking back towards the library and he met us.
Yeah.
And this was before we got to the library we saw like these group of white girls who in our drunken minds were like, hey, you guys want to come back with us? And they were all for it in the beginning. Right?
No, you two did it. I was like, nah, I'm good. I ain't trying to have no problems tonight.
Yeah, I remember our thing was like, hey, you should come back with us. And they were like, yeah, come on. And then you were like, we got to go get the car. I'm like, no, but let them come with us. And then she's, are you guys driving? No. She's like, oh my God, you guys are driving drunk?
Yeah.
Like, well, he's the only one driving, but yes, we are drunk. Yeah, we did not. The choice of words were not good at all.
It was terrible. And then she proceeds to stalk us.
Yeah, she followed us, dude. And I had no idea she was following. I think it was you who were like, bruh, she's back there.
Yeah, because like I'm like,
what do you mean? It's like she's right there. Yeah. Like, what? Like, she's following us. I was like, shit. So we started like jogging a little bit, like picking up pace. Yeah. And then the cop showed up.
Yeah.
And I cannot make this up. This is the exact sequence of how it happened. And it was like two SUV cop cars pulled up. They're like, man, who are they here for? Yeah. So everyone like, get out your IDs. I got out mine. And then you were like, officer, you were the most sober out of all of us. So for you, it was like, shit. And then you gave him the
I had fear. You guys had no fear. It's like, you guys were too drunk. I was like, shit, I'm a black man. I could get shot here. Like, I was scared. I was like, damn, this is how I'm going to go on a Wednesday night because
I was like,
Pary and Josh.
Yeah. God, not like this, please.
I don't think I had homework due the next day. I was like, fuck. Like,
I didn't care about homework, exams, tests. Oh, yeah, I'll tell you about Josh and I had a class in the morning after that. Oh, shit.
Was it 457? Was that the semester?
No, that was a semester after that. Okay. That was a different class entirely. But man, when the cop showed up, we started giving him our IDs, and then my man Josh, he pulls out his whole wallet, puts it in the cop's hand, is like, officer, it's in there. This cop is like, sir, could you please get your ID out of the wallet? All right, man, shit. Took it back. He's opened it. He gets out something. Here you go. This is a credit card. He was like, oh, my bad, bro. He takes it back. Oh, here it is. This is another credit card. He's like, shit. He just like pulls out another card. He's like, there you go. And he's like, okay. So he's like, you're all 21. So he said, we heard from some people that you were going to drive home. Is this true? Who, me? No. We're driving home. No. We're going to walk in that direction. No. We're not driving. And then we started bullshitting all the way. It's like, yeah, I live right there. That's where we're going. And then when you are in trouble, the cops become your friend. Yeah. I was like, hey, officer, could you give us a ride? I mean, we live right there. Like, it's not a big deal. He's like, no, we can't give you a ride. But just like, please keep going where you were going if you seem like you going home. Yeah. And of course we're going home. Yeah. Josh is just picking up his IDs from the ground. Like, Dad, get his ass up. So we went to the this is when you went to go get your car.
Yeah, I left you at the library, and I'm like, please, God, let nothing happen to this.
Because we had our phones with us. You're like, Pary, stay here. Have your phone on. Don't move. Yeah. So we got kicked out of the library. Josh and I were in there, and he was sitting there with his head down like this.
Yeah.
And I just remember I started playing like music from my phone, so I was like, man, it's way too. I don't know. I was in the library. I was like, bro, it's way too quiet in here, man. Let's blast some shit. So I started playing like Migos. And it was Handsome and Wealthy, because I remember this song because I just remember Josh, like, while he's sitting down, the music is playing, he starts doing this. Starts like dancing, like moving his shoulders. Like he's half passed out, but his body's like still moving. He's still like going at it.
Yeah, he's still at Dublin.
Yeah, he's still there.
He's like, yeah.
He was moving to Migos. We were like, Josh, you good? He didn't respond, but he kept going. It was like, yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah.
We had the librarian come up to us. It's like, sir, turn your music down. Why? Like, because you are in a library. No, I'm not. So so they moved us into like the hallway before you walk in.
Yeah.
And I guess people were complaining that we were too loud and obnoxious.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're gonna have to ask you to leave. I'm like, okay, then ask. And she's like, I just did, sir. So we waited outside, and I'm like, James, what? We not in the library? Where are you? No, we're at the library, but we're not in the library. Yeah. Thankfully, you were close enough to where, like, all right, don't move. Yeah. And this is how the night didn't end there.
Yeah, no, I had to do some Mission Impossible type shit because, like, the cops were across the street. So I'm thinking, like, shit, how am I going to drive past these cops and pick up my guys without...
The cops... Well, the white girls followed us. Yeah. The cops followed us.
Yeah.
Like, we were the, like, stars of the night that day.
And then
we got to... You tell the rest of the story. Then we got... Yeah. Well, we were looking for Josh's car. Then we were looking for where to drop it. Go ahead. It was bad. Yeah.
So, like, I find some way to pick them up. And then Josh is like, no, James, don't take me home. I don't want to have to get my car. I don't want to have to get a ticket. So I'm like, all right, Josh, I'm going to take you to your car. And then I'm like, Pary, I'm going to take you home. And so we go on like a 20-minute adventure to find Josh's car because he's like, fuck, I think I parked it over there.
Maybe it was over here. Nah, it was definitely over there.
And then he starts asking you, like, Pary, where did I park my car? I'm like, fuck, Josh, how do you not remember where you parked your car? Then we actually find his car, and he's like, shit, I don't know if I can drive.
After the 20-minute search of finding it, we finally get there. Man.
He's just like, bruh, like what
after all of that? Then we had to go. We dropped him off at his apartment, and we got Nick because we. You remember that?
Yeah. So it's like 3 a.m. at this point.
Yes, it was at least 3 a.m. Probably worse.
Yeah. So I called because like Josh is like passed out or some shit at this point.
He's not doing nothing at that time.
So I'm like, fuck, I'd never been to Josh's house before. And Pary is like, yeah, I don't really remember where he lives. It's dark. So I'm like, who do I know that lives over here? Let me call Nick. Nick's like, James, what you want? It's 3 a.m. And I'm like, bro, can you just show me where Josh's house is? He's like, for sure.
Yeah.
Gets in the car.
He didn't question it. He wasn't like, why at this? He was like, all right. And he came out too.
Yeah. Straight in pajamas, just like, you live over there. Yeah, like, thank you, bro.
The whole time, Josh is like passed out in the back of the car. We think he's like gone. And I remember we're like, all right, Josh, we're here. All right, he just gets out of the car, walking the stairs. Like, wait, were you alert this whole time?
Yeah.
Because he didn't make a sound. Yeah. He didn't move. And when we said, Josh, like, we're at your apartment, without hesitation, he got out of the car, opened the door, up the stairs. We're like, you good? Yeah, of course I'm good. Where else would I be? Wow.
Like, you are a professional. Like,
he is an amazing man.
Yeah. Like, you need to teach me that. He just went into, like, it's a little meditation and just came out like, I'm sober. He came out,
What did you guys do after that? Like, did you drop me off? And then Nick?
I dropped Nick off first, and then I dropped you off, and then I was just like, fuck, I need to go home and go to sleep. It's been a long night.
Yeah. By that point, it's been like an hour. Yeah. Probably of just driving around. Yeah. And I do remember in the morning, Josh, this is the morning after story. We had class at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy. And I think the worst part was it was either a homework due or we had a quiz that day.
Yeah.
So Josh texted me. He's like, "Yo, Pary. Yeah, what's up, man? Where's my car?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's back where you parked it." He's like, "All right, how am I gonna get there?" He's like, "Could you call me an Uber? Like, well, what are we gonna do?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll call you Uber, man." Yeah. So and the Uber driver barely spoke English. Yeah. Because when you call Uber, you can have the driver's number on the app. Mm-hmm. So when I called him, I was like, "Hey, you're not picking me up. You're gonna pick up my friend." Yeah. "No problem." Oh my god. I was like, "Oh my gosh. Where are you?" I said, no, I'm at home. Yeah. "Where your friend?" I was like, "Oh," it's like, my friend is supposed to be outside on the street, and he's just like waving his hand. Yeah. "Oh, the tall black guy." Oh, yes, it's the tall black guy. "Name?" His name is Josh. And then Josh finally gets in there and then he drove his car to my apartment. Yeah. We drove to class. And he was telling me, he's like, "Bro, are all Ubers like that? This man was loud as fuck." "Who is he?" I was like, "You don't know the drivers beforehand. He just gets us here." Yeah. And we were drunk hungover, drunk all at the same time in class. Damn. And this was a professor who encourages participation.
What class was it?
This was biomedical 447.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. You don't walk into a biomedical class hungover. He's talking about livers.
You just feel all bad, like, damn, what did I do to my liver last night?
I know. But our voices, we still had dry, heaving and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So when he called our names, he was like, "So Pary, what's the answer to this?" 5.
Damn, he knew names too? So there's no escape.
I mean, well, Josh really had no escape. He's the tallest dude in there.
And probably only black dude, too.
Only black dude in there. I had to hide. I was trying to hide behind Solomon. Yeah. Okay, and then but I don't know how this professor knew. He's like, "Solomon, move aside. I'm talking to Pary really quick." We went to that class hungover so many times. Yeah. So many times. Yeah. Because we had the class Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah. And this was immediately before Rama, which is pretty much Thursday mornings you get drunk off your ass. I've only been there once. Mm-hmm. It just so happens the day that I went there, we were drinking in class. Yeah. Because we're like, "Yo, the drinks are too expensive. Let's just drink beforehand." I was like, "There's no time to drink beforehand." Yeah. Josh is a professional. He is a professional. He was like, "No, yes, we can."
He sounds like Obama. "Yes, we can."
Yes, we can. So I was like, "This guy is amazing." Josh is a unique individual of a human being. Yeah. Because he's really smart too. Yeah. He's really smart and he's just sober even when he's drunk. Yeah. And I can't I just don't know how that's possible.
I don't know either.
But he pulls it off.
Interesting individual. I need him to teach me his ways.
I know. I was like, "Yeah, I need to know how you do it."
Yeah. He's a professional.
That's the end of the day. That's all it is. He is a professional.
Yeah. But.
All right, so let's no more drunk talk. Every time on the podcast, last time I tried to talk about some serious conversation. When I finally realized what was going on, people were talking about strippers and how they clean the poles. I was like, "Oh my gosh."
What?
All right, we were talking about in comedy how when you have when you're holding a microphone, it's the distance you're holding it from your mouth is how loud you're gonna be. Mm-hmm. And we're like, well, you should disinfect the microphone because some people literally have it on their lip.
Oh, so you equated that to a stripper pole?
Yes.
Oh.
Not that I would know, but I have heard stories of strippers getting a baby wipe or something, cleaning the pole before they dance on the pole. I wouldn't know, but the person I was talking to said that they have seen things.
I mean, it makes sense. I've been to a couple in my life, more in California. I had a friend who partaked in many strip clubs, and he brought me along with him. So
yeah, here we go. Yeah, so I went to one strip club here, and it's the most run down.
You went to Deja Vu?
Yeah.
Oh,
have you been there?
Yeah, it's trash,
bro. It's like a backwoods strip club. Yeah. Because it's, for one thing, the building doesn't look
Yeah.
It just looks like some office space.
Yeah.
And then you walk in and you're like, first of all, it's half empty all the time.
Yeah.
And the strippers there are scary.
Yeah, they are.
Like, this sounds weird, but the strippers will scare you.
Yeah.
It's bad. The day that I left, I just had someone like I think I was there for like maybe 1 hour, and I was there with a couple of friends.
Yeah.
And naturally, a stripper came up to us, and she wouldn't leave us alone.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Tip me." That's it. Like the whole conversation was just tip me.
Damn, you'd be like, "Hey, how you doing?" She'd be like, "Tip me."
No, it was just like there was no hi, hello, how are you? She walked over, she just like sat down on like the chair, and she was like, "All right, tip me." And she wouldn't. That's what happened. She wouldn't leave us alone. After that day, we're like, "Look, we can't come here anymore, man. This is weird." Because she said it with like a stern expression, like you've done this before. So we don't know what would happen if we said no. So we tipped her like she was bullying us in a schoolyard.
How much did you give her?
I gave her like $2 because like that's but I had to almost prove that's all I had.
Yeah,
like
she was like, "I know you got more."
I know, like I had to like hide my wallet away and just had to put like 2 singles out of my pocket.
Yeah,
and then she was like, "All right." It was like the next person.
Yeah. You ever seen like the Proud Family, and the girl would just be like,
"Oh my gosh!" Yeah. Oh shit! Oh, the Proud Family. Yeah. Oh my god, I love that show.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I love the dad, Mr. Proud.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this poor guy had a miserable life.
Yeah, he was just, oh my god, with him and his mom. Like his mom was just crazy. And her boyfriends and shit that she would bring over.
The Proud Family movie.
Yeah,
I remember that. Like she had that. Like the boyfriend was like Kevin Hart size.
Yeah,
and she's like Medea size.
Yeah.
Like I don't know who the writers are, but they're good at comedy.
Yeah,
those some hilarious people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, look, that is pretty much our time.
All right, man.
So I wish we could keep going with this, but people on YouTube want me to keep it 30 minutes. So thank you for coming, James, man.
Thank you, man.
All right, you guys, stay fresh, stay golden.